Creating a safe and inclusive workplace for LGBTQ+ employees. Creating a safe and inclusive workplace for LGBTQ+ employees. Workplace diversity and inclusion is important for any successful business. It is essential to create an environment where employees feel safe, respected, and valued. Unfortunately, discrimination and harassment continue to exist in the workplace, particularly for members of the LGBTQ+ community. Research shows that 1 in 5 LGBTQ+ employees have experienced discrimination in the workplace. NT S number is higher for certain LGBTQ+ individuals. Addressing LGBTQ+ discrimination in the workplace is essential to creating a safe and inclusive work environment. In this article, we will look at some key ways to create a safe and inclusive workplace for LGBTQ+ employees. 1. Implement LGBTQ+ inclusive policies and procedures. One way to create an inclusive workplace for LGBTQ+ employees is to have LGBTQ+ inclusive policies and procedures in place. These policies should detail the company's commitment to diversity and including inclusion, as well as the consequences of discrimination and harassment. Some policies that could be implemented include non-discrimination policy. This policy should state that the company does not discriminate based on gender identity or expression, sexual orientation, or any other characteristic protected by law. Gender-neutral dress code policy. A gender-neutral dress code policy allows employees to dress according to their gender identity and expression, rather than their assigned sex at birth. Pronoun usage policy. A pronoun usage policy allows employees to identify their preferred pronouns, he/him, she/her, they/them, and encourages others to use those pronouns when referring to them. 2. Offer training programs. Training programs can be an effective way to educate employees on LGBTQ+ issues and create a safe and inclusive workplace. These programs can cover topics such as the importance of respecting different gender identities and sexual orientations, how to use gender-neutral language, and how to report discrimination or bias. These programs should be mandatory for all employees, including management. 3. Create employee resource groups, ERGs. Employee resource groups, ERGs, can be a great way to create a sense of community and support for LGBTQ+ employees. These groups provide a safe space for employees to connect, share their experiences, and discuss ways to improve the workplace. ERGs can also help raise awareness and educate others about LGBTQ+ issues. 4. Provide health benefits for LGBTQ+ employees. Many LGBTQ+ individuals face barriers to healthcare, which can impact their physical and mental well-being. It is important to ensure that health benefits are inclusive of LGBTQ+ employees, including access to gender-affirming healthcare and mental health services. Companies should also provide training to healthcare providers to ensure they understand the specific needs of LGBTQ+ individuals. 5. Celebrate LGBTQ+ pride at other events. Celebrating LGBTQ+ pride at other events is a great way to show support for LGBTQ+ employees and create a sense of community. These events can include pride parades, LGBTQ+ film festivals, and other events that promote diversity and inclusion. 6. Create a reporting system. It is important to create a reporting system where employees can safely report discrimination and harassment. This system should be easily accessible and confidential. All reports should be taken seriously and investigated thoroughly. Employees should be protected against retaliation for reporting incidents of discrimination or harassment. 7. Hire diverse candidates. Another way to create a safe and inclusive workplace for LGBTQ+ employees is to actively seek out and hire diverse candidates. Make sure that your hiring practices are inclusive and free from any bias. Consider implementing blind hiring practices where resumes are reviewed without any identifying information such as race, gender, or sexual orientation. In addition, consider reaching out to LGBTQ+ organizations and groups to advertise job openings and encourage people from diverse backgrounds to apply. 8. Foster inclusive language. Inclusive language is critical to creating an environment where all employees feel respected and valued. Encourage employees to use gender-neutral language and avoid making assumptions about someone's sexual orientation or gender identity. Provide resources and training on proper language usage to ensure everyone knows how to communicate respectfully. 9. Have LGBTQ+ representation in leadership positions. Having LGBTQ+ representation in leadership positions sends a strong message that the company values diversity and inclusion. It also provides role models for LGBTQ+ employees and shows that there are opportunities for career advancement within the company. Consider implementing diversity quotas for leadership positions to ensure that there is representation from diverse backgrounds. 10. Seek feedback from LGBTQ+ employees. Lastly, it is essential to seek feedback from LGBTQ+ employees to ensure that the company is creating a safe and inclusive workplace. Conduct surveys or have open-door policies where employees can are their experiences and suggest ways to improve the workplace. Take this feedback seriously and make changes accordingly to show that the company values the opinions and experiences of all employees. 11. Provide allies training. Allies training can be a valuable tool in creating a safe and inclusive workplace for LGBTQ+ employees. Allies are individuals who are not members of the LGBTQ+ community but are committed to supporting and advocating for LGBTQ+ rights. 12. Create gender-neutral restrooms. Gender-neutral restrooms are important for creating a safe and inclusive workplace for transgender and gender nonconforming individuals. These restrooms allow employees to use the restroom that aligns with their gender identity, without fear of discrimination or harassment. Consider converting existing single-stall restrooms into gender-neutral ones, or installing new gender-neutral restrooms. How about the workplace? 13. Provide mental health support. LGBTQ+ individuals are more likely to experience mental health issues such as anxiety and depression due to discrimination and stigma. It is important to provide mental health support for LGBTQ+ employees to ensure their well-being. This support can include access to mental health professionals who are knowledgeable about LGBTQ+ issues, as well as mental health resources to support groups. ND hotlines. 14. Address microaggressions. Microaggressions are subtle forms of discrimination that can be harmful to LGBTQ+ employees. These can include assumptions about someone's sexual orientation or gender identity, or jokes that are insensitive towards LGBTQ+ individuals. It is important to address these microaggressions when they occur and educate employees about how they can avoid them in the future. 15. Partner with LGBTQ+ organizations. Partnering with LGBTQ+ organizations and groups is a great way to show support for the community and create a more inclusive workplace. These partnerships can include sponsoring LGBTQ+ events and fun. Drazers, participating in LGBTQ+ advocacy efforts, and collaborating on diversity and inclusion initiatives. 16. Incorporate LGBTQ+ topics into company culture.